Well, joining us now, we want to talk about how on farm service benefits farmers' productivity. There's been a lot of changes in this space here in recent months and years, a lot of different moving parts, a lot of new digital technology available, things like that. So, we want to talk about this more. Joining us for a conversation, he is Senior Vice President of Customer Success and Business Effectiveness for AGCO. Stefan Caspari is with us here today on the program. It is good to have you back with us. Been a few months since we talked, Stefan. Thanks for being here. I hope you're doing well.
Thanks, Jesse. Thanks for the invite, and always great talking to you. Thank you.
Well, let's dive into this topic a little bit. And this is some of what we talked about last time as well. And I know that this is an area in agriculture that is constantly changing. There's so many different digital pieces that are being updated and unveiled and rolled out, et cetera, et cetera. So maybe just we'll start a little bit from square one, so to speak, but on-farm service and the benefits it provides to productivity on the farm. I mean, talk about this from AGCO's perspective and how this is continuing to evolve, Stefan.
Well, fully agree. So these digital solutions will make the way into farming as they do it in every other business. So if we think about us as consumers, we experience digital solutions, different digital experiences in every way of how we do business, where we do business, right? Starting from grocery shopping to any kind of consumer goods to our basically hardware store. So we kind of experience all different services all around the world, being it from like on day delivery, having an expert at hand at any time, either a live one or an artificial intelligence driven one like a chatbot or so. So we experience that all over in our private lives, and farmers are no different. Why would they kind of not expect that in their business? So that is what we have kind of thought about when we started our Farmer Core strategy and program, to really kind of address those needs and help farmers, to your point, to drive productivity and efficiency around the entire environment, and not only on the farm when they on the field, basically when they kind of use the equipment, but also on the entire farm when they kind of use any other kind of touch point or process with us.
Well, and you mentioned Farmer Core, and I think about this, some of this shift here, a lot of farmers are looking for more of that on-farm service. You know, we think about, hey, it's easy to pick up our phone and order something off of Amazon. You don't have to go to the brick and mortar store to get it. Some of that shift is kind of what we're talking about here in agriculture. The brick and mortar dealership, so to speak, is something that's not necessarily going away, but there's more emphasis on being able to complete a lot of these tasks and get a lot of this service on the farm to help save time, right, Stefan?
Yeah, so that is what we believe in. As you said, Jesse, we don't believe that the dealer role will go away in the near future. This is a very important relation between us as the manufacturer and the farmer. And but what we believe is that business model might change a bit. To your point, we see it in other industries as well, right? There's farmers want to have options. They want to kind of do business in the way what they think is best and efficient for any point in time for them. So with Farmer Core, we still offer farmers the opportunity to go to a shop, to an experience center. So there's still that network of physical locations, but does it need to be always that big and that kind of heavy and expensive, or can it be like more modular? There's again maybe that massive experience center, but then there's a satellite network around it with like smaller service locations or smaller parts locations. So you still have the option to go to a physical location. But then we do believe that farmers want to have more services executed and solutions brought to their farm. So a farm doesn't need to really stop because just an equipment is slowed down or stopped or immobile, and the farmer has to bring it to the dealership and drive back for hours. So why not kind of ordering a part online, scheduling the service online? The service comes to the farm and executes the service on the farm, while the farmer can still do other stuff that are more productive than moving machines around. And of course, there's an entire digital environment, a digital ecosystem that needs kind of to support that, to make that kind of vision actually work. And this is where, again, we think that there's different roles to play, but farmers can make their choices if they want to kind of deal with other than the dealer online, on farm, or in the shop.
With some of this digital technology that is out there and continuing to evolve, and different things that, say, AGCO has available for farmers to work more on the farm, is that leading to maybe a little more self-service in some ways for some of those tasks that traditionally maybe a technician had to come out for, when it could be something that the farmer could maybe do a little bit on their own accord if a technician can't get out there? I mean, talk about that. Are we seeing a little more self-service being available through some of this technology?
I don't know, Jesse. I grew up on a farm as well, and we always self-served our equipment in a certain way, right? I think that this will not be a new concept. And when I visit farmers around the world, many farmers still do that. However, what has changed when I still worked on kind of the machines and the equipment, the farmer myself, it was a lot of mechanical work that we did, right? But as we kind of implemented more efficiency, more technology, for all the good reasons, being more productive, less fuel consuming, and so on, machines became more complex. So there's a lot of tasks that farmers, I think, still do perform today by themselves, but there's very few farms that really kind of tear an entire engine apart, that work on complex hydraulic problems, that really went into the details of an electronic kind of problem there. And with software solutions on top of that, that becomes even more complicated. So I think there will always be that kind of level where farmers still be self-sufficient for certain parts of kind of maintenance and repair, but there is that need for kind of trained, high educated service technicians that, again, ideally serve the farmer where they want to have it, in the shop or on the farm.
All right. Well, as we kind of wrap up our conversation here today, again, a lot of great things going on when it comes to just on-farm service and more, and some of this changing business model we've been talking about. What would you want producers to really remember and take home, specifically about what AGCO's doing when it comes to Farmer Core, et cetera? What do you want producers who are listening in here today, what do you want them to really remember and think about moving forward?
Well, I think I mentioned earlier, I think what we really try to do is we try to provide farmers options. Everybody's doing business in a slightly different way. So wherever the farmers, the individual needs are, we think we have different solutions for that. And while it all sounds nice on a piece of paper and on concept, we actually bring it to life. Last time we talked about, for example, our kind of mobile service fleets that we are together with our dealers investing, and that they are out there in the market. And we see more and more dealers picking that up and believing in that concept, that bringing solutions on the farm is a good thing. Maybe tying it back to the first question you had, with the experience that farmers have in their day-to-day life, we just implemented something new, which is basically one-day parts delivery with our AgRevolution dealer partner here. So that's, again, the next level of that. And then we also implemented recently and launched a AGCO service and information portal, where farmers can access all the details about the machines, their warranty, their technology information, et cetera, et cetera. So we're adding bits and pieces every now and then. So this ecosystem is continuing to grow. And I think that is what farmers really need to watch and see, and kind of pick the solutions that are best for them. And again, I do believe that the ones that we have already implemented are making a huge step in kind of time efficiency and productivity, and there's more to come.
Well, with that, we appreciate the conversation. Senior Vice President of Customer Success and Business Effectiveness for AGCO, Stefan Caspari, thanks for being with us here today. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you, Jesse. Goodbye.
Make sure to subscribe to the Market Talk YouTube channel. You can watch our latest interviews with top market analysts in the country, find bonus content, and much more. It's easy. Just go to youtube.com/@MarketTalkAg and hit the subscribe button. Or you can search for Market Talk Ag on YouTube.